Hello there, my name is abbeygrand and I am a software instructor and an editor. And today let's see how we can make a simple green screen within DaVinci Resolve 17. And you don't need to go into the Fusion page because everything is almost here in the edit page. And so let's see how we can redo this. Are you ready? Let's do it. Now notice how I am here in the edit page and I have just imported some footage here. I've just gone to reset layout. Make sure you have the same layout just like I do, and I imported some footage over here which is really cool. I just imported this green screen here of a subscribe button, and so this is kind of like a simplest green screen that you can ever do in DaVinci Resolve 17, and you can really go into details and look at other complex green screens that you can do whichever project that you really want to work on. But today let's see how we can turn this green screen to be with no background. I'm just gonna import in some kind of like a background footage. We can see clearly what we are working on, and I'm just gonna drop in my footage here. All right, so I've put in it there. So what you want to do, you can now close the media pool because it's just taking some little space here. Just want to make sure that your workspace is always clean and simple and always really visible as much as you can to your viewer. So I'm just gonna close the media pool and I want to select this. What you're gonna do is you can turn this, guys. I think you already know how to turn this to either single view or having the source viewer here also, which is pretty handy just in case you're playing back some footage that you have already imported. I'm just gonna have a single viewer so I can over concentrate on what I want to have here. Now you notice how when I play this back, yeah, it's kind of like a subscribe button, but it's kind of hidden by this green screen thing over here. Guys, I got this from Google. I'll put the link in the description below so you can also grab this and do some exercise on it. And I also made a full video about how you can make an animated subscribe button just like this one here in DaVinci Resolve 17. Check out that video. It's just here in the description below. Alright, so what I want to do is select my layer that I want to work on. Well, you can link this. Could be you want to select the video, then you can link clips. There's also a shortcut which is Ctrl Alt plus L or Command Alt plus L on your keyboard. Alright, so you get the idea. It's just a shortcut that you can always use just in case you want to have footage to kind of be relinked or linked. So when it's unlinked, you can move it around when it's only a video, and then when they are linked, like let me just undo, then you can only move them all together, which is sometimes it's really nice, but sometimes it isn't. Sometimes you only want the audio and then you want to delete the video, so which is pretty cool. I'm just going to select that. I'm not going to effects library. Guys, make sure you are in the edit page, otherwise you not see this. Go to effects library and I want to point your eyes to open effects. Now you can go here and search in 3D keyer because this effect is kind of low and it's in here. Just grab the 3D keyer and just drag and drop it onto the footage that you want a green screen. When you are done with that, make sure your clip is selected. Go to the inspector and go to effects. Now you see how effects is highlighted over here. Well, if you select something else, it's not gonna be highlighted, but when you select the clip, it's gonna be highlighted, which is showing DaVinci is showing you that you can now do changes within the effects tab on this specific clip that you have selected. Make sure that your 3D keyer is on. Make sure that controls is open just in case it's closed. Make sure it's open. Controls tab and go to this plus or add a button over there. After pressing that, I want you to go to the screen, to the viewer, and just drag and drop through the screen. Alright, magical. It has happened. So you can really see how the green screen is gone, but well, you can still see some details somewhere somehow. When I try to zoom this in, just wanna, it kinda, and guys, if you don't really know how to zoom, just roll your middle mouse button. You can just do a quick zoom. Now you can go on and turn off the show paths. so that thing is not really coming over there. Now it can really be confusing, just in case you're working on something and you're like, man, these things, how can I take this away? And you're like, man, I can't do this. Just don't panic, just go to show paths and then show them not. Alright, you can also go to display. Now display is kind of like a magical feature also that you can play around with. It kind of helps you to display any other green color that might have been showing on your clip. I wanna go on and increase the softness to whichever level that I want. You can also go on and change the color space to whichever you want, but I'm just really satisfied with UV, and I like that. So I'm gonna go to other features here so I can show you what magic you can also go on with. Now it could be you have some other stuff that you selected that you don't want to select. You can just go to this minus button over here, minus space or something, I don't know. It doesn't have a name, and then you can just click through the screen and then could be subtract some other components that you might have selected which you don't want to be selected. Pretty handy, right? I want to point your eyes to the matte finesse. Hopefully I'll do that again. Matte finesse. Okay, and you can go to denoise. Now denoise is kinda, you're reducing noise. I think that's what I can really term it. And guys, the great thing with DaVinci Resolve is that everything that you have here, you can even go on and keyframe it. Could be you're showing some scene and you want to show it like at some point it had a green screen and then at another point it didn't have a green screen. Kind of magical. You can just go on and give them keyframes here so you can animate things around here. I just want to take you through some of the options that we have here. You have denoise. You can denoise a clip, but when I wish we had some different shades of green, you'd really see the effect of denoise, but unfortunately you can't really clearly see that. Just play around with anything, and could be you want to reset things. Just double click on the setting that you are on and it will be set back to normal. You can also go to clean black, just in case you want to clean black. It's gonna bring some kind of transparency within your clip. Sometimes it's pretty handy, just in case for this. I am really liking it as some, background, something like that, transparency. Yeah, clean. And you can also clean the whites to make sure they are pure white, just to bring in some professionality over there. I don't know, I'm just gonna make it like that. You can also increase the blur radius, just to kind of give it some blurry look. Sometimes this will always depend on which project you're working on, but just go on and play around with things in here. You can also change the input output ratio, just in case you want it to be really black or something like that, or really kind of faded in like that. Guys, these are all effects that you can really play around with. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep it to normal. And you can also go on and change the black clip setting over here. So that means you're just kind of reducing its transparency and making it go away. You can also reduce the white clip setting over here. Could be you're not satisfied with anything here, just double click and there you'll be gone to the default. And then you can also change the operation. Could be you want it to grow, you want to shrink, I don't know, it just depends on you. Could be you want it to closing, I'll just leave it closing. And you can also change the shape. Could be you want it to be a diamond. You can't really see this that much, but let me just try to increase the radius and so you can really see what I mean. See, it's kind of ranges whichever setting you're on. Just gonna double click so I can set them to the default. You can also go to garbage matte. Now here you can change the matte shape. But you want it to be still ellipse, or this is kind of like a matte, guys. Matte is kind of like, you're kind of like making a mask. Could be you want that and you just want to have something like, could be the rest to have to be shown over there, and then you just want your ellipse to just be around there. Just play around with anything. Could be you want to cover up this and boom, it will be gone. Just play around. I'm just gonna turn it to none and I'll just bring my things back to normal. I did some settings over here, so I'm just gonna leave this to square and leave this to closing and radius. And after setting up whichever setting that you do want to have, you can also change the output. Could be you want it to be an alpha, black and white, so you can only concentrate on the black and white parts of your image. Kind of show how many the different colors and the different highlights and dark shadows and highlights within your composition. And I'm just gonna leave it to final composite. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Now guys, you can go on and toggle other options over here, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. You can also go to reset just in case you want your green screen back, and boom, you have it. Reduce it or have whichever setting you want. I'm just gonna go to my my footage again and just give it a little play so you can really see what I mean. So when I give it a little play, so yeah guys, that was really quick and the green screen is gone. So it just really depends on you and whichever thing you really want. You can close everything that you don't want here and then just go on to render your video, just as simple as that. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. Just do a kind of like a simple green screen. I don't know which project you're on, but whichever project that you're on, just go on and play around with these settings within the effects and the inspector tab, and I'm sure that you get great results. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe guys, give this video a like, and let me know in the comments below which other setting or which other video you want me to talk about in DaVinci Resolve 17. Let me see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.